Good evening, everyone.
Happy Friday, happy Friday. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Happy
Welcome
Finance
back.
Friday. Let me just make sure we are live that I can see. It looks like I can see
Yes,
that.
I say we go.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We'll give people a minute or so to come on in. Oh, look, my dad's here. Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Reg. Welcome back to another episode of the CEO Lounge, Finance Friday.
Yes, thanks for joining us. As always, we have another good letter for today. So we're hoping to get some good engagement and some good conversation. And I have a little poll for you guys today. We did really good on our poll a week or so ago. And this letter is kind of like a little piggyback off of when Jules was on the episode. So I think that someone saw Julesy and decided to email us. And I think it's going to be very interesting. So it's just funny how, her speaking on the episode kind of allows someone to share their story a little bit. So we are excited to answer some questions for them and hopefully, solve some of their financial crisis that's happening in their lives. But come on in, say hello to us so that we know you guys are here and that you can see us live. And
Yes, yes, yes.
we always forget to say it, Monte, but please continue to send in your anonymous letters, even if it's not a full letter and it's just a topic or something like that, to financefridayletters@gmail.com. And if you are watching from our YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe so that we can get the program out to as many people as possible and so it can get into the algorithms.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, Jules.
Hey, Josie. We just
Thanks for joining
giving
us.
people some time to get on here. Some people be needing a little extra couple minutes to
A
log
little
on.
minute or two. We were like a minute late, which we typically are smack dead on time, but I wanted to try to get this poll together. So yes, we were kind of like a minute or two behind, but we're here and we're ready to have a great conversation. Um, and hopefully we can help somebody. And
Yes.
last week, you guys, let me tell you, the audience takes a long time to give us questions because last week we were literally shutting it down. And then somebody in the comments was like, hold up, hold up. And we got like 10 questions where I know y'all are listening in because I get that all the time where people are like, yes, I was just so busy listening. I didn't want to interrupt. But no, engage. We'll go back and get all of the questions from the chat. So if you have a question, definitely put it into the chat, as soon as you have that thought so that we can know that you have a question and we won't end the show and don't have an opportunity to answer your question.
Yes.
All right, are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready. I was about to say we got a good letter today. I am ready. It's a holiday weekend.
Yes.
Let's
Let's do it. So thank you guys once again for joining. I am Dr. Ebony McArthur, broker at McArthur Realty Group. And I am here with my son. I kept calling your name last week because I'm so used to saying your name in the introduction, and Julesy was with me. So I just kept saying EyeAm Brand CEO. But I'm here with my oldest son.
I'm EyeAm Brand CEO, everyone. I'm Monte. Thanks for you guys tuning in as usual. We appreciate it.
Yeah, so I say, Monte, let's get right down to the letter this week. So the subject is I'm trying to build a fitness career, but my friends are draining my bank account. So, dear Dr. Ebb and EyeAm Brand CEO, I am currently a college student majoring in kinesiology with the ultimate goal of becoming a physical therapist. Because of my major, I live a breath, health, wellness, and fitness life. I'm working hard to build my personal brand on LinkedIn and Instagram so I can step right into my career when I graduate. But here is my dilemma. My college friend group is completely draining my bank account and slowing down my progress. Every weekend, they want to go out to pricey brunch spots pricey brunch spots, sorry. Order premium drinks and split the bills evenly, even when I order only water and a side salad. They are constantly buying expensive athletic wear. Sorry, I got a cough.
Roman here. What's going
Oh,
on?
hey, Rome. Hey, Rome. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. We just finishing up the letter, that's all.
Yeah, I had to take a sip of water. All right, can y'all hear me back? Am I back?
Yeah, you fine, you fine.
Okay. When I opt out or mention saving my money for grad school applications, they tell me I'm missing out on the college experience or being a buzzkill. EyeAm Brand CEO, as an entrepreneur who understands how to build a brand from the ground up, how do you handle peer pressure when your circle wants to live an upscale lifestyle on a budget? And Dr. Ebb, how do you keep my eyes? I think I told y'all I've been sick the past few days, so I'm trying to get through the letter a little bit.
It's okay. It says, Dr. Ebb, how do you keep my eyes on the long-term career prize when the short-term social fear of missing out is screaming in my ear?
Thank you. Thank you. I forgot you had a copy of it also. Yeah. So signed broke but balanced. So I think because this letter is a little bit closer to your peer group, Monte, maybe I'll let you start a little bit and tell us what your thoughts are, since you are not that far from the age of a college student.
Yes, will start with, she says, I am brand CEO as an entrepreneur who understands how to build a brand from the ground up, which I did build my own brand from the ground up. Every idea, every design you see is all from yours truly. How do you handle the peer pressure when your circle wants to live an upscale lifestyle on a budget? Um, I would just say, I mean, I handle peer pressure well. Like, I don't really let peer pressure get to me. I mean, I know everybody has heard the saying, pressure does two things: bust pipes and make diamonds. If you just want to go from there, so I mean, I don't let pressure get to me. In general, I'm kind of a leader, not a follower, if anything. So I would, and this goes back to the a few things we said from a few other episodes as far as communication. If you have a true friend group, you should be able to communicate with them and say, hey guys, this is not working for me. I can still come out with you guys, but maybe I'll get my bills separately. Since the past couple weeks, all I've been really getting was a salad. I really don't want to pay $75 or $100 this week just for my water and my salad, if that's okay with you guys. So communication, or you can just simply make it an excuse. Just tell them, hey guys, can't make it this week. Like, nobody's gonna say anything because you made an excuse to, stay in the home. I know it's plenty of people out here who is happy when people cancel plans. Like, hey girl, what's up, bro? I can't make it today. Like, ain't no problem. Like, I was trying to chill in the house anyway. But I mean, just basically, and I've been hearing a lot of like content creators and influencers say this recently. You gotta live below your means, and also know when it's time to sit down and not be a part of the crowd and stuff like that. I was just watching a podcast a few moments ago before I got on here, and somebody was basically explaining, like, a lot of people will start making more revenue and like you start making $100,000 a year and stuff like that, and then you start to oh, I want to buy this, I want to go out and party more, I want to get more drinks, I need a new car. My rent is only $2,000 now, but I know I can get a better apartment, stuff like that. So you just have to learn how to live below your means and just ignore the peer pressure. If they're your real true friends, you won't really have peer pressure. I think we all know from elementary and middle school, people who are peer pressuring somebody, that's not usually your real true friend. So you should be able to just communicate with them, especially as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, and just hey guys, I'm gonna stay in the day, I got a few things to work on my business, and they should support that fully. And if they don't, then you might need to find a new circle of friends.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was going to add that, like you said, it's not even really coming up with an excuse. Like, they probably feel the same way, and you never know if they feel like they're under pressure to do these things when they really don't have it also. Most college students and most young people truly don't have it. So even saying, like how we said again in previous episodes, like, this is my have a seat season, guys. Like, I'm trying to save, I'm trying to start my business, I ain't really trying to spend that much. I say be honest, be honest and communicate that and let people know. I remember being a young person going out with some friends, and I would go over my friend's house, and while everybody getting dressed, I would sit there. And when Monte was little, Monte might have been 3 or 4 years old, he would be running around while we're sitting there. And when they all leave, I get in my car and I go home. We still sitting there chatting. I'm watching them get dressed, like, hey girl, have some fun. I'll see y'all when y'all get back. And I would always say to them, like, number one, even if it's free, like say if ladies are free before 11 or something and we get in free, now we gonna get there and I gotta spend my gas. So for the week, if I already, especially back then, like say my old car, $20 or so, $25 could fill my tank. Now I'm like, all right, that was my $25 for the week. So now I'm talking about another $25 that I'm probably gonna have to fill up, because by the time I drive there and drive back, I'm probably going to be close to half. And now I have my whole week, to still move around. So now I'm thinking about, all right, boom, that's $25 that I got to pay, even though I got into the spot free. Now we thinking about if I do order some wings or something like that. Now we talking about maybe another $10 or $15. I'm definitely probably going to get at least one glass of wine, especially back then. I get me a drink. And even if you get a little wristband or something for $20, like I would always say, like it costs $50 just to step outside. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have it and you just trying to, look at everything on what your budget is, then be honest with your friends and be like, this time that I'm not going to go. And we always say this, Monte, is like, people only remember the no, but they don't remember the 100 times that you went. So it's like, it's going to
Right.
be plenty other times, God willing, that you have the opportunity to hang out. But, I would be transparent, especially if not only you're a college student, but you're trying to build a business, like you're trying to build a brand. So everybody may not be trying to do that. And me specifically, I was kind of that person where like all of my peers were not doing the same things I was trying to do. We weren't, like-minded when it came to some of those more advanced things. So they may be only thinking about going out, hanging out, eating, getting their nails done, getting their hair done. In the back of your mind, you might be following multiple podcasts that's talking about Roths, talking about high yield savings accounts. Like you trying to put your money up, you trying to do more in your life, and you might not even have the ability to have that conversation with that group of friends. So I would even say, like, get yourself in another network of friends. That don't mean you have to get rid of the old friends. They can still be your friend, but put yourself in a circle where other people are in the same situation. Because I promise you, anybody else that's building a business also, they ain't really trying to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, and I was going to touch on that as well, actually, because she was saying that her friends are constantly like buying expensive gym memberships, and she even said like expensive like athletic clothes and stuff like that. And she did say that she was telling them that she'd rather work out, or I guess this is a woman. Um, they were saying that they were explaining like I'd rather work out at the gym at the recreation center. I'm fine with meal prep on the budget, and her friends are basically telling her, you a buzzkill, you missing out on the college experience. So I feel like you said, you don't have to find new friends, but while you working out at the school recreation center, you'll meet people in there eventually. If you keep going a few weeks back to back, you'll eventually meet one or two people in there who like you said, they have like-minded situations like you. So if your friends are telling you, hey, you're being a buzzkill, then I mean, that don't necessarily just mean step away from your friends. Y'all can still be cool, but they may not have your best interest at that time. And, you have to either communicate with that, to them with that, or just do what's best for yourself. And, don't go into your budget and do stuff that you shouldn't be doing. And I would say, as an entrepreneur and as someone who's a business owner, you should be able to like make the decisions to sometimes you might have tell your friends like, hey, we're gonna work out at my gym today, or just be content with if they are want you to go out with them. One of my friends who actually he was on my mental health podcast, he actually made a content post, and he was saying like ways you can still go out and have fun, but do it on a budget. Like if you are going to go out with them, you might want to eat before you go. All right, hey, I already ate, guys. Or instead of getting a glass of wine or something, you might want to get a water, and that way you don't have to get a salad or anything. Like, hey, all I got was a water. Like there's no reason I should be paying for anything if all I got was a water. So eat before you come. Get a water or a juice. You don't always got to get alcohol and stuff like that. So there's certain ways to budget while you outside. You just got to be smart about it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And the other thing I was going to add is that not only are they trying to build a business, but if you're trying to be into fitness, it's only but so many hours in a day where you're trying to do all these things and juggle as a young person. And yes, you're trying to, still hang out and have fun. But I think you said it a few episodes ago, like you hang with nine broke people and you're gonna be number 10. I mean, it just is what it is. If you hang with nine other people who are not motivated, not like-minded, not doing the things that you are aiming to do or what your goals are, then unfortunately statistics show that you'll probably end up as the 10th one. So you might want to again step aside and just do something different, have a conversation with them. And like I said, me personally, I'm not even gonna make something up. I'm just gonna be like, hey guys, nothing nothing gives me a better, more joy than canceled plans. So, if the plans are canceled, I'm already probably home sitting around and not really want to go anyway. And most people are like that. So I'm almost sure that it will be okay if you just let them know, you know what I'm saying? And we talked about this before, where it's just like that perception also. So, I wanted to touch on that when it comes to the letter, is just giving that perception that you got it when you don't. It's okay to not have it. It's okay to have it and not want to spend it. Those are different things also. Some people just assume when you don't want to spend it that it's, for some reason, especially in our community, when you start acting like you don't want to spend it, then people will be like, oh, I thought you had it like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if I do have it like that, I'm choosing not to spend it. Like I don't want to spend it. And I may splurge my money on some things, but it just won't be going out. It's everybody has something that they would prefer to spend their money on, and hanging out and things like that. This honestly has never been one of my things. And somebody asked me before, like a year or two ago, like, what's my advice? And it really made me think about it, because I honestly can't think of one. And I've been trying and trying and trying to think of like something that's my advice. And the only thing I can think about, which is probably corny to say, is I do love buying real estate whenever I can, but I can't think of something like personal where somebody, collects Rolexes, or, always every month they have to take a certain trip, or like it's certain things that they have to do where, I really don't had that thing that I have to do. Hey Jordan, I see Jordan's on.
Hey Jordan Bree.
So I'm just kind of like that, where the fake it till you make it thing is one thing, but I feel like some people just take it so far where they're literally putting themselves in a bad situation because they're too busy trying to fake it till they make it, to the wrong people specifically.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. And I feel like as a business owner, or as somebody who wants to, be a leader and run a business, you got to be prepared for those type of comments and know how to respond to them. And you don't necessarily got to respond to them with like frustration or negativity, but you should always know how to move about. If you out somewhere and somebody's telling you like, I thought you had it like that. Like, it's not, it might not even be your purpose to say I do have it like that. Like you said, you might just be like, just laugh it off or something, and just be okay with them thinking that in their head, because that's the same person that they might flash, a couple of $20 bills on their Instagram story or something, and they really don't have it like that. They just showing, what they about to pay for rent or spend on a tire or something like that. Like everything be so, it'd be so like artificial these days, I guess. You never really know what's real and what's not. And I feel like as an investor and as a trader myself, FOMO is the word we use a lot, fear of missing out. So, I mean, when you start to understand FOMO into your real life, you can also correlate that over into, budgeting, investing, things like that. Because just like tomorrow's the 4th of July, if you don't have the money to be going out and party for the 4th of July, I mean, it's not Juneteenth. We not celebrating no Independence Day. So what you really outside celebrating
Stay
if you
home, stay home.
yeah, and I believe that as well. Like it's okay to go outside. It's the summertime, enjoy your fun, but do it to where it doesn't hurt you, one. And also I feel like people shouldn't just be outside celebrating nothing. Like, you celebrating what? You went to work all week, you ain't go to the gym, you ain't exercise more, you didn't pick up a book, you didn't do nothing you told yourself you was going to do last month, but you back outside again partying. Like, I don't understand what the celebration is about all the time. So I mean, you just gotta have people around you who will let you know things like that, or come to the table and let you know that it's okay for things like that. Because like you said, it might just be easy for that person to just go ahead and speak up and say, you know what, I'm sitting out this week, y'all. Y'all been running my pockets dry. I'm sitting out this week. And there might be somebody else in that group chat or in that friend group that be like, hey, I was thinking the same. I'm glad somebody else said it. So, you might need to be the one to speak up, because somebody else might want to say it as well. The same how I ask, my mental health question is like, what if somebody is going through a mental health episode but might not want to speak about it? It's the same thing for finances. People are embarrassed. Like, nobody wants to come out and blatantly say, hey, I don't have the money to spend this week. I mean, it's embarrassing to anybody, whether you have it, you don't have it. So you might just need to be the one that, speaks up first, and it might help out somebody else as well.
And being that my dad is on here, y'all know every week I always say something that I learned from my parents. So I learned from my parents that you say you ain't got it, whether you got it or not. And then it's no embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I grew up, I never remember my parents saying that they like stunting or fronting or putting like, and even if we thought they had it, they were never going to say it, like, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always tell the story that I remember, my parents own a lot of hair salons and commercial buildings in Baltimore. And I remember like multiple times people will walk in trying to sell, like the professional shampoo and conditioner and stuff like that. That's for like cosmetologists only, where they are out there marketing their products. And they would always ask for the owner of the salon. So my mother always sat in the first chair. Typically, by nature, the owner usually has that first chair. And a lot of times owners are starting to take the back chair just because they don't want that. They don't want people to know that they're the owner. But people will always come in and ask her, is the owner here? And my mother would always be like, the owner not here, may I help you? You know what I'm saying? And I just kind of remember that, where you can stand in front of my dad and talk about all the things that you had, this and that. He may have even more, and he's never going to start talking about his stuff. He just won't listen to you. So it's just like, say you don't have it, whether you have it or not. And then people will start to, that's how I feel like I just always am, where people might start saying like, you got it. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And whether you think I do or not, then no, I don't. I don't have it. So I wanted to also kind of touch on setting some boundaries as a young person when it comes to things like that. So that's kind of a question that I wanted you to touch on. So like, what do you think are some ways when you are, in a friend group, especially let's say for somebody like, I'll put Jules on the spot, somebody like Jules that is even a freshman in college and looking, out of state, trying to make friends. So when your friends ask you to do stuff, you don't want to come off as the person that don't want to participate, don't want to do things, and, don't want to hang out. So you do want to start agreeing to be like, yeah, I'll go. You don't want them to not ask you anymore. But like, how do you set those boundaries? Like, what did you do, as a young person in college that didn't really want to spend and so forth? Like, what did you do to set boundaries with your friends?
I mean, personally, in my situation, I'm kind of like I said, I'm more like a alpha type of guy. I'm a leader. Like, I'm gonna do what I want to do regardless. And most of the time, they'll just like, I mean, if you want to tag along, feel free to. If not, then I'm perfectly fine with doing things myself. So, I mean, even like I would always tell people, I've been out of college for sadly almost close to 10 years now. It feel like, so I feel like I can tell stories like this. But even when like it have been times I shouldn't have been doing this, but this is just an example for what we talking about now. Like if we going somewhere or something, and I might not feel comfortable with other people or whatever the case may be, then I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and drive. Like, I know in the back of my mind, I got siblings at home. I'm gonna make it back to my siblings. Like, I always have rules when we go out. We can have as much fun as we want to. We're not getting arrested. We're not getting harmed, and we need to make it back safe and all stay together. So I don't know who you was raised by or where y'all grew up at, but I know how I operate things. So I just would kind of like take over the situation and say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And if, like I said, if you want to, join, you can. If not, then you don't have to. And like I said, friends shouldn't make you feel any type of way about it or anything like that. I kind of just was transparent with my friends. Like, I would just let them know, like, I don't have it today. We all college students, so I never felt the need to like sit there and lie or make it like I'm going to put my account in such a bad position or something just to hang out with you guys or anything like that. And like you said, I also was the friend that, I might got to study tonight. I'll see you guys when y'all get back. Like, I'll hang around the lounge with y'all. I might have my iPad or my notebook and I'm just in there talking with y'all and everything, hey, y'all go have a ball. And most of the time, I'm actually a lot younger than what I look. So a lot of my friends or people that I'll be around, like, they might be going out and stuff, and I'm not even old enough to go out with them. So, I just see y'all when I get back. So, like you said, I just feel like just being transparent with everybody in your circle and stuff like that. Because they might, like, if you do start playing it like, you have it and you got it like that, hey, let me buy a shot for everybody, or, it's okay, I'll pay for everybody to get in, then they might start thinking like, that's what's acceptable. Like, I mean, he was offering to do that stuff. So I feel like, especially in a time like now, is no better time to, be transparent and honest. And what's for you will always be for you. So if your friends start to, veer away from you because you being honest and you don't have, hundreds of dollars to spend every weekend, especially on something as simple as partying or, uh, a gym membership when we can do it for a cheaper rate or something like that, then that might not be the friend group for you.
Yeah,
And I
I
was okay.
feel
I was okay with, understanding that I didn't need the instant gratification. I didn't need the people, patting me on the back and saying, look, and I also wasn't easily peer pressure. Like, I'm perfectly fine with
mhm.
telling somebody no. Like, you're not going to get me to do anything that I don't want to do. You're not going to talk me into, oh, it's a bunch of, girls there. It's this going, that's where everybody's going to be at. Like, that probably make me not want to go even more.
Even more.
If everybody's going to be there, I definitely don't want to be there now.
I was about to say, I literally forgot that, you were 17 when you went off to college. So like you said, even though you are 6'5" and, athlete, you're a lot younger. So like you said, you graduated so young where people probably was a little bit older and able to go out. But like you said, I'm just happy that, I raised my kids because I like that you mentioned like we can do things on our own. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I've always raised my children to, like, go to the movies on your own, be comfortable with doing things on your own. Not necessarily saying it's all the time, but the reason why I teach it so much is because, what if you want to go somewhere and everybody else can't go? Do that mean you miss out on the experience? Like, what if you did want to go around to the fair real quick, pick up a funnel cake, and you wanted to see it, about the fair in this different state where, you're here as a new college student? Maybe you hit everybody's phone and they don't have the money. Everybody can't go. Does that also mean that now you really wanted to do this and experience this, big national fair or something? Maybe it's something big in this town and now it's in town while you're there as a student that you just don't attend. Like, no, go around there on your own. Call me if you want to. I can stay on the phone with you. Call your brother, call somebody. You know what I'm saying? Go around there, experience, walk around, say that you've been, and come on back. Like, don't be afraid also to miss out on those things that maybe you have the funds to do and maybe somebody else doesn't, because it's a flip side to that also. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe other people are saying they don't want to do something and that's something that you really, really want to do. Then, don't not experience life because other people don't have it. So you have to learn how to live in your own space. You have to learn how to be able to do things on your own. And just like I always say, no is a full sentence. So say no, period. You don't got to explain yourself. Definitely don't have to explain yourself to friends. That's
Yeah, I was
that's
gonna say I got both. I know it's in here somewhere. Wallow, I think he got a book called "Just Say No," and then I got his brand new book. My mom actually sent me his brand new book, and even though the title is this, I mean, it's basically telling you, it's okay to say no. Like, you can do stuff with other people. It's not necessarily like a derogative book. It's saying like, f everyone, but it's basically like, choose yourself first. It's okay to tell people no sometimes. It's okay to choose you first.
Yeah, I always tell the audience that I mail my kids books all the time. They live in different states. So when I see books that I'm interested in, I mail them to them.
Yeah, I got Wallow other book somewhere in here. It's in here
Yeah, I
somewhere.
think I sent you one or two of them before recently, I think.
We got some
All right.
comments as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the comment section. So thank you, Katrina, for joining us. Katrina says, I always say I don't got it. Yes, that's what I
Hey,
always say.
Katrina, thank you
I
for joining
always
us
say I don't
today.
got it. Same here. So everybody already know. Don't even ask Ebony because I'm already be like I don't got it. And definitely don't ask my husband because my husband going 1,000% say he ain't got it. She said I was taught the same thing. Oh yes, that's how I was kind of raised. So it's normal to me. So my dad said budgeting. I truly agree with Dr. Ebony and CEO Monte nailed it. Yes, budgeting is going to be important, especially for young people. Like, I don't know why they're out, splurging. I always tell the story to anybody that's read my first book. One thing that I never, ever, ever had a problem with was having money because no matter what, I always budgeted. Oh, Monte got my budget book. So anybody that's interested in grabbing my budget and expense tracker, that is my true budget that I actually just put into print because I always have been good at budgeting. I've always been good with paying things up front so that when it's time to go out, if I really, really do want to go out with my friends, then it's not going to be like such a burden on me. And then it's other times where maybe I have it and I'm trying to save for something specific. So it is going to be a burden because I just don't want to spend any money. Katrina also said, same, they be like, I'm too humble because I don't talk about everything I have. Thank you. Like, it's no reason to even discuss those things nowadays to me.
Everything is not for everybody, and
Yeah.
not to cut you off, but I don't know who the person is, and I don't mean any harm by it or anything. It just happened to flow with the conversation. I actually was on Facebook the other day, and I saw you post something. It might have been something about when Rome was saying like he could go to the club at 40. I don't remember what the
Oh
post
yeah.
was, but somebody commented on it, and you was like yeah, that could be a conversation for like when I see you. Like I would never even post that on the internet and stuff like that. So I mean, everything not meant to be shared for for everybody to
Yeah.
know.
Yes, because we have some crazy conversations over here. Like sometimes the kids can call and they're like, we're in the middle of a heated conversation because we be talking about everything.
No, for real.
So no, everything that we talk about definitely can't be shared. And I think that same post, someone actually had said, maybe because your children are sheltered. I don't even know where that came from. Like my children are so far from shelter. Like my kids are in different countries, different
I was about
states.
to say I haven't even lived at home since
Yeah, I'm about
16,
to say my
17.
kids live in different states. They're everywhere. They travel. They do all types of stuff. But like you said, when you're private and you don't share those things publicly, people just start assuming. So when they don't have the answers, then they start assuming. And we really just started kind of sharing things a tiny bit more publicly, but definitely not even close to our full lives. But like Katrina said, that's kind of how I was raised, just to be private about things and keep things to yourself specifically. But yes, that will make people definitely start assuming when they don't have any answers. Katrina also said, I told all of my friends I'll hang out with them once a year is literally my boundary. I'm not going to feel obligated to go out with them all the time. If they don't feel like it, I don't go. I don't go, period, Katrina. I'm one of those people that's like, anytime somebody asks me, they probably like Ebony may or may not show up. And again, back to the letter. The letter is somebody who's a college student looking to start their business. At this stage in my life, if I'm out, it's definitely intentional. It's probably something where it has to do either with my immediate family or business. Is one or the other. So if I'm not going out just to support someone else because they probably supported me or immediate family, it's some reason why I'm here that circles back to my business. I can get business here. I can do more business here. I can network here. Like it's some reason why I'm going to get dressed and get in my car. Other than that, I ain't coming. That's just me most of the time. All right, Katrina, thank you for all the feedback. Katrina also said, I definitely say listen to how your body feels and also don't go broke pleasing people. Please don't go broke pleasing.
Do not go broke pleasing others.
Do not go broke.
They will not be there to help you when you go broke for them.
Absolutely not. So Jules said, I just tell my friends straight up if I'm trying to save. Julesy was on last week's episode and we made it very clear Julesy don't spend no money, y'all. So don't ask Jules because
At
Julesy
all.
spend no money. She saves her money very, very well. She also said it's also important to find friends that enjoy doing the same things as you. That's a good point too.
I think that's a big one too as well.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And when Jules being in her freshman year at LSU, that's something that I always try to have those conversations with her about. Like, if you don't want to be doing this and doing that and everybody trying to club, but you don't mind just going skating or something like that, then find a group of people that are into that. Like, you can still be going out, you can still be hanging out, but when it's something that you're not feeling like you're being pulled to and you really don't want to do it anyway, and you got to spend money, then get around that group of people that's also going to Bible study, that's also doing, a paint night, that's also doing a game night, that's playing Uno, things like that you want to do versus all the time everybody want to be twerking in the club and that's not really what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in college. Like I feel like walking around as many college campuses I've been on, you will be surprised how many kids you might find in the grass painting, or it's a Saturday night at 1 a.m. and the library's packed. You're like, that's where everybody at? Like, yeah, everybody, just the select friends that you hang with is, outside. Go to the computer lab. It'll be people in there. Go to the lounge.
There's people of all, you don't have to get sucked into the friends that you don't want to be around and feeling uncomfortable. It's just too many people. So back to the letter, find a group of friends that fit what you're trying to do also. Grandpa Reg said, Julesy, yes, great for you. Set some boundaries. Julesy don't play about her boundaries. If you know Jules do not play. Monte said you can't talk him into doing something. You definitely can't talk Jules into doing something.
Yeah, that's what I be trying to tell everybody. Everybody always saying me. It's like, if you think I'm this way, wait till my siblings if you try to talk to one of them. I woke
Yeah,
up this morning, my little brother somewhere in Florida talking about we be in house or something like that. Like,
yes, literally. I was cooking dinner, and that's why I said it's so funny that some people say. And since you already said it, we'll share. It's so funny that somebody even commented like that. My children are sheltered just because we're a private family. Because I literally asked Julesy while I was cooking dinner today. I was like, "Where's your brother at? You know, see where he at." And you know, you go into the little phone and check. She was like, "He in Miami." I'm like, "In Miami? What he doing in Miami?" I'm
no,
like, FaceTime him. That's what he was just like, oh, yeah, we just landed. Like, they are far from shelter. They are outside. I promise you. It's just that they're also very private. So you're probably not going to, you know, get a glimpse of all that they're doing, but they are definitely not sheltered. And it's good to see the kids got their own money. So, you know, they can pick up, they can go, whatever. I'm just happy as a mom, you know what I'm saying? When the kids got their own money, they are traveling, they are outside. And like Monte said, they ain't getting in no trouble. They ain't hurting nobody. Ain't nobody bothering them. They ain't never been, ain't knock on wood, ain't nobody going to jail. Ain't nobody doing nothing crazy. They are definitely outside. But yes, I was like, why is my son in Miami right now? Like, I didn't know my child was in Miami.
yeah, I didn't believe it till this morning.
I had no clue. But yes, Katrina also says sometimes I got it and my friends don't, and sometimes my friends have it and I don't. But a true friend will look out for you and you the same. If you both want to go somewhere together, then a real friend is going to look out, in my opinion. I agree with that, Katrina, also, because even now at my age, maybe not so much at a younger age, because I don't know how much I was able to do it. I feel like I did it a little bit then, but with my closer friends. But now at this age, if I know I have a group of girlfriends that we go out, you know, even if it's twice a year, you know, I'll take the bill sometimes because I know next time they'll take it. But you got to know that you had that friend that's going to do that now, because you don't want to be the person that's taking that bill. And then next time they looking at you like, Eb got it, she going to have that bill again, you know, because I do have people like that in my life where every time we sit down, they never, if I'm on the table, they never
They're
touch
not
the bill. Like they
offer
never,
to,
ever.
you
Yes.
know, I'll lead a tip. Like, they not even going to say
Never.
nothing. Like, so
Never.
yeah, I
If
would
I'm
definitely.
sitting there, they will definitely just assume Dr. Ed won't pay this bill. And it's just like, nah, no. You know what I'm
And I
saying?
feel like if you got a friend like that that's willing to, you know, go, if they know, you know, I don't have it this weekend, you're gonna take care of it. You don't have it next weekend, I'm gonna take care of it. I feel like it should be the same energy when it's time to, you know, do something productive. Like, hey, I know you usually don't go to the gym, but come to the gym with me today. You know, I know you usually don't go to I usually don't go to church. Let me go to church with you next weekend. So I feel like it should, you know, use those type of relationships to piggyback off positive stuff as well, not just, you know, party and entertainment.
Yeah, because you know, I like to just go out and eat. I like comedy shows. I like other
Yeah,
different things.
yeah.
Like I said, just finding your friend group, you know, back to the letter, I think is important. All my dad said, CEO Monte, good advice. Sometimes no is a complete sentence. All the time, no
Thank
is a
you.
complete
Yes,
sentence.
definitely.
Yes.
That's why I was
All the
laughing at Rome
time.
comment when Rome said yes, indeed. Because Rome is one of the main people that did just here just be like, no.
Yep.
You'll be
Listen.
waiting for him to say something else, and it'd be like, no,
Listen, I
and that'll be
literally learned it even more from
it.
Rome. You know, one thing I learned about Rome, and I'll share this. One thing that I always say I learned about Rome is I can remember being young, like 20 something years old, working in the nursing field. And anytime that I wanted to call out for work, I would call my job. You know how people do, you know, I'm feeling sick. You know, this and that, my throat, you know, I got it, this happened and that happened. Rome will call and be like, you know, Jerome McArthur calling out using PTO. Have a great day. Click. Like he wouldn't say a word. You know what I'm saying? Like if he got time, he not telling y'all no story, no excuse. He know he got time. He know it's a legal call out or whatever it's called, but he not telling you nothing. No manager gonna call him and ask him, "Are you okay?" He not saying nothing. He just gonna call that line and hang right up. I learned that from Jerome that no is a full sentence. Like you said, Rome don't play about that either. When he say no, then that means no. He ain't even coming back changing his mind.
Yep, at all.
Oh, Katrina said same. I literally do business events. I do too. That's a part of my networking. Like most of the time, if you see me out and about, I'm probably working or have some reason why I'm intentionally here. But I do hang out for fun also. But again, that's probably going to be more when you see me like with my husband, my children, or my very, very close circle. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? It's six of us. I was just telling Rome earlier today, like, I don't even need for, I mean, it's six of us. I don't really need a good friend group really because my daughters are here. We hang out all the time, even though I do have a lot of friends, but It's just a lot of us now that everybody's older and we really can enjoy ourselves and have a good time together. Like six of us together, even at any given time. If 3 or 4 of us are here, it'd be a lot. You know what I'm saying? So when we go
Definitely.
out, I don't really need to find nobody. Um, oh, I love the engagement, everyone. Katrina also said, I wanted to try new things that I never did before. I went egg throwing by myself, met some amazing strangers, and had a great time. Good for you. I go places by myself all the time. Even when people always see me post, next week is my self-care day. If you follow me, you'll see me always posting self-care day. I go by myself. People always thinking like I'm with a group somewhere at the spa. I am not. I am self-caring with the cucumbers on my eyes, sitting right on by myself. Um, at all times. Yes, I do a lot of things by myself. I go to the movies by myself. And I love that, again, my daughter being at LSU, like recently last semester, she wanted to go to a football game, but at LSU you have to be eligible to go to a football game. So even if your grades are not right, your student ticket will be revoked like right before the game. And she was just like, yeah, I want to go over to the game. I talked to her on the phone while she walked over there. I'm like, you have a student ticket. It's a student section. When you go there, you're going to meet people. You're going to have a great time. So when you see me out at networking events and stuff, I probably arrived by myself. I might end up taking pictures and things like that, but I probably came by myself. So definitely don't not do things when you do have your money because everybody else don't have their money if you want to enjoy life. Oh, Grandpa Ray said, yes, Jules, great point. Some friends are best from a distance. A lot of friends are best from a distance. And as you get older, you'll navigate through that. So that's one thing I like, watching my children navigate through those friend circles and seeing the people that, have been around for a long time, whether they had their ups and downs in their friendships, but they still are those loyal friends, and watching people go with, we talk about it all the time where it's like, we used to be around that person, and unfortunately a lot of those people that you used to hang around, you see them years later and they probably in the same situation and a lot hasn't changed. So it's always okay to be friends from a distance. I think this is Jordan said, my favorite live, Dr. Ebony McArthur. Oh, thank you,
Thank
Jordan.
you, Jordan.
Oh, and my dad also said, no, it's definitely a complete sentence. It's a difficult sentence and most cannot say it. That is very true. Most people cannot say no. Like they really feel obligated to do so many things. And that's one thing that I always try to, again, teach my children, that no is a complete sentence. Not only when, it's something that's in danger or something, but it can be a regular thing. Like if the answer is no, then it's just no and walk away. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't got to come up with a lie. I feel like our people got so accustomed with, coming up with a lie, coming up with a story. I saw somebody post recently, and this may have been Katrina, that somebody that's a small business may have taken somebody money for balloons or some kind of decor, so, as always, have a business owner that has, ripped you off for some money. And the person apparently told them that their mother died, and people were in the comments like, her mother ain't dead. And I was
Like
just like, wow.
the extreme of stuff. I feel like it's hard. It's hard for people. Some people to say no. Not me. I'll tell you no right away. Like don't no question about it. But I feel like it's also hard for people to accept when somebody tells you no as well. I feel like I don't know if it's a part of the just psychology thinking, but I feel like even as a kid, when your parents tell you no or somebody tell you no, you pouting, you upset, and they kind of. She said, "Yep, that happened to me." But yeah, you a child and your parents tell you no, you can't go somewhere, no, you can't get something out the store. You kind of have an attitude, you kind of upset about it, and sometimes that leads over to teen years and adulthood to when your friends telling you no. Now you're like, he phony, he fake. Like I can't believe he told me no, and it's like it'll even be to the point of I was going to use a good example too with me and one of my siblings. But I mean, even family members, like if they not obligated to tell you yes. Like if somebody tells you no, like that's just what you got. You have to face it. Like the same if I was to ask my mom for something, she say no. Like yes, I'm her son, but if she say no, I'm not gonna be like, oh, she petty. There's no way she said no. Like no, some people just don't have to give you everything that's theirs. It's not yours. So no matter if they're your friend, your family, your best friend, your coworker, like learn how to tell people no, and also learn how to receive no without any animosity towards that person back, because them telling you no might be very beneficial towards them. So if you really do care about them, you'll be fine with them saying no, and it might be beneficial towards you in the long term as well. So don't be bashing people just because they tell you no.
A lot of times when I say no, I'll literally say, and I'm happy for me for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And
That's a
I'm very happy for me because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I make it very well known that, I am not backing down from, my no. Oh, Jerome said very well spoken.
Yeah, that's needed as well. Like my granddad said, I mean, some people have a hard time saying no, so sometimes you have to let yourself know, like, that. Whew, good job of me, saying I'm okay with that. Like, it's fine with me
Yeah.
saying I'm okay. I'd rather not. Like, good job of that, because it's not as easy as it may seem.
And the more you do it, you'll be proud of yourself for speaking up sometimes. Like I know I feel like right around my 30s, I started feeling good about speaking up for myself because it's not always going to be no. And I do try to share that with my kids. And I even share that with Jordan a lot, but she'd be like, oh, it's cool. Cause I'll make sure I reiterate like, yeah, remember the other 3 times I said, yeah, this time I said no. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even explaining that, then Jordan will be like, oh, okay, it's cool. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? And now making it like every time it's not going to be a yes. You know what I'm saying? And this no doesn't mean it's always going to be no. So sometimes people get offended. And again, back to the letter where you think you say no once or twice. Now they're not going to invite you out no more or something like that. Then maybe that's not the right friend circle to be around. You know what I'm saying? If they all of a sudden are offended by it and then start taking it personal, then go to the next friend group. But, be okay with it's going to be some yeses. It's going to be some nos. Rome said, I'll tell you no in a heartbeat.
Yeah, and that's just somebody who like you gotta like make that your like back to the boundaries, stand on your boundaries. You also got certain friends, just really quick, that they will know not to. I'm not gonna call Eb if we about to go skydiving. Like I know the answer's no. Like I might can ask somebody else, like, you wanna go get in this hot air balloon? Like it might be a yeah. You might can persuade them to go, but like with certain people, you just should already know. Like I ain't even call them. I know they not gonna do it. Like yeah, that's called standing on boundaries.
Yeah. I have a poll. Oh, Katrina said my birthday. So many people wanted me to do an order for them. I was like, nope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your
Nope.
birthday.
It's your
Yeah.
birthday. Yeah. So I had a poll that I put together. That's what I was working on, and I just wanted to get some feedback out of the audience. So, put in the chat 1, 2, 3, or 4. So the question is: when you're out with friends on a tight budget and the bill comes, oh, it's supposed to say what's your move. Sorry about that. I was typing quickly. It's supposed to say what's your move. Number 1, split it evenly. Number 2, pay only what you ordered. Number 3, skip the group outing completely. Stay home. Number 4, put it on a credit card. So even if you don't have it, you put it on a credit card. So I'm just curious, what is your move? What are you going to do when you're out with friends and you're on a tight budget and you're trying to save and you don't really want to spend a lot? Again, number 1, split it evenly and go around no matter what. Just take the bill. If it's 5 of y'all, divide it by 5. Now, even though you got a water, let's go back to the letter. You got a water and a salad. Are you still dividing it by 5? Number 2, pay only what you ordered. Go through and get to the penny and pick out what you ordered. Number 3, skip the group outing. Don't go out in group outings at all. Rome don't like group outings. So if it's 10 people going to eat, Rome probably going not. You cannot stand that. On number 4, put it on a credit card. All right, let's see what we got in the chat. If we have any
Yes,
response.
put your answers in the chat. I was looking at the poll myself too, because that's actually kind of funny. Because you'll have people like, I don't know. I feel like certain people be. That's why you have to know your friend group and know who you're around. Because like you said, some people would just literally know, like, I don't got nothing on my card, and be over there ordering lamb chops, and now all you had was a water, and you got to pay for lamb chops, a steak. It's like, wait, I don't even eat red meat. I'm stuck, man, for all this.
Now, how you paying for? And the biggest kicker is when people start ordering drinks. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Don't order drinks unless you gonna put it on your own tab. Even if everybody plan on splitting, if everybody is not equally drinking and you the one on your third margarita, then nah, you gotta pay for that separately or put up some more money. Like you gotta speak up. Even if they say let's split it, you gotta be the person that speaks up to actually say, like, nah, y'all don't have to split it because nobody else had drinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely speak up.
We getting a couple of comments.
Okay, let me go back to the chat. So, Katrina said, no, I stopped being friends with someone because of this. That's something you communicate beforehand. Don't surprise me and say you don't got it or low on funds, especially once we already start ordering.
Yeah. People
especially
like that will try order with you and just I cash app it to you. I don't even have cash app. Don't even got it. Don't got it. We too old for I send it to you later.
send it to you later. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no, no, no. Get your money
Mm-mm.
out now. My dad said, Rome, you're a prime example for your wife, children, family, and friends when you can say no with confidence. Yes, Rome is the king of no. We all know it. Rome don't like no group outings. It's probably him in the car. Let me see what he said. Two, I'm only paying what I ordered, not paying for you. My husband hates group outings, and sometimes it's embarrassing because we almost been married 20 years, and anytime we go out with any friends, anybody, if it's more than us sitting at that table, before Rome sits down, he gonna find that waiter before he even touch that seat and be like,
Oh
"These
yeah.
two right here, separate bill." Like he don't care what y'all do. You know, you back in the day, you used to bring your cash. You know what I'm saying, so you can pay your own side and not get in it, but. Rome don't even do that. He make it known, these people right here with me, everybody else should not be on my bill. I'm not splitting it. I'm not paying for nobody else's food. I'm not paying for anybody's drinks.
Oh,
So Rome,
somebody asked, can we repeat the poll one more time really quick?
oh sure, let me put the poll back out. Katrina said I would tell them, look, I don't got it to stay home. Yes, that's always just completely stay home. All right, I'm about to put the poll back up again. So the poll is when you're out with friends on a tight budget and the bill comes, it's supposed to say, what's your move? Number one, split it evenly. Number two, pay only what you ordered. Number three, skip the group outing completely. Or number four, put it on a credit card. I see a lot of people are just saying pay only what I ordered.
Yes,
Especially when you're on a budget.
me. I was about to say, remember that the question is you're on a budget. Like you're definitely on a budget. So this is Finance Friday. You on a budget. We just want to know what you guys would do if you asked to go out with some friends. My answer would probably be, I think it says three, not go at all. But I mean, if it says that you already out with the friends, then yeah, I'm not gonna pay for. I mean, I barely can pay for myself. I'm not gonna pay for everybody else if I'm on a budget.
Yeah, same with me. If I'm already on a budget and I'm already saving up to do whatever it is, then I'm probably not going to go at all. I'm probably going to be like, hey guys, I'm going to pass on this one because, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z. Or like you said, just not say anything at all, but just like, nah, I'm sitting this one out. I'll probably just speak up and say that. Josie said two. She said, I only eat chicken tenders and fries anyway. That's like $15.
Julie, I need two margaritas. We gotta split this. I like shrimp.
Jordan said, yeah, saying no is a full answer. Oh, I already I repeated the poll
Yeah, we
for
posted it.
my
Rome
dad.
said I told y'all the story when I was in Spain. It was 10 of us and everyone's eating. And when the bill came out, we were $120 short. And this one guy ordering dessert. So we asked him, did he put up? He like, oh, I don't have any money. I'm like, well, I guess you're gonna be washing the dishes.
Oh wow. Yeah, Rome tell that story all the time. So after that, he don't play. So yeah,
Yeah.
don't go out with Rome if it's more than multiple people because he definitely paying his own bill. Oh, Grandpa Ray said lost
People
it.
like that make it they make everybody lose the privilege and stuff like that. Like when you blatantly ordering desserts and drinks and stuff, like it's one thing if you don't have it and I mean at this big age, we've been stressing the whole show, you should be able to, say no with confidence and have no animosity or anything like that. But if you are a little younger, in high school, early college, and you might not want to say no, then you definitely should know, how to go out and be able to budget because people like, or you should at least let the person know, like, hey, I don't really have a lot. I'm just going, get mine separately to the side. Just get my chicken fingers and fries. Like, don't wait until put somebody else in the awkward position and let them know, like, oh, this all I got is $10, and you over there ordering like you had $200 in your account.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that was a great. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the poll. That was a lot of great feedback. And it's already been almost an hour already. We coming
Yeah.
out of time. Like the time moves so quickly when we have so much engagement. So I will transition over. Hopefully, let's go back to our letter. Hopefully, signed broke but balanced. We were able to assist you. So hopefully, you're listening in to the letter. Oh, my dad said agree, son-in-law. Yes. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna toss it over, Monte. I don't know if you have any quick hits for this episode or a mental health moment that you want to share.
So one for my finance quick hit, I was just gonna say next week I'll probably have some like a couple of stocks and stuff for you guys. Because the market did do a big pullback yesterday. I seen a lot of people was like, "Oh, we shit, sell all your shares, sell all of your shares," and it's like, I mean, don't sell all of your shares. The market literally moves in impulse, retracement, impulsive. So it's just a pullback in a lot of these different stocks and stuff. Just make sure you studying them, and this is where people get rich when the market is low. The stocks is going down. Don't get cold feet. Don't be afraid. This is the time to invest wisely and invest smartly. Even if you're just putting a couple dollars into a stock per week, in order to build your portfolio up. So that's what I would say for the my finance quick hit is definitely keep your eyes on the stock market. Also, I am reopening my group trading community. If anybody's interested in group trading or learning how to trade, you can reach out to me at EyeAm Brand Official on Instagram, or you can reach out on Facebook or get my phone number, whatever you guys would like. Um, it is a fee. Nothing is free at all in life. So I am reopening
I
my
taught my
group
kids that too.
trading. You said say it again. Oh, nothing is free. Yeah,
I
nothing
taught my
at all
kids
is
that
free.
also. Nothing is
Um,
free. If anybody's trying to offer you something for free, it ain't.
yeah, I was literally paying $300 per month as a college student who knew nothing at all about trading. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if I was gonna make $7 a month, $7 a day. I just knew it was a skill I wanted to learn, and I was willing to invest in myself. And that's before I didn't know anything at all about it. Every single month, I just was paying $300 just to learn the skill. So I feel like the rate is definitely fair, and I feel like that's what people learn more. Like when people put their investments behind themselves, that's when that they actually going to fully focus and pay attention and things like that. When somebody I have taught my classes for free and stuff like that, was a ball, learned a lot about it, very fun. But I noticed that a lot of people don't take it as serious when something is free, stuff like that. So that's my finances quick hits. I'll have some stocks for you guys next week, especially with the markets being at a pullback. Keep your eyes on that. As far as my mental health quick hits, y'all know, don't forget to check on your strong friends. Reach out to somebody this weekend and check up on them, see how they doing. Just shoot them a quick text. Hey, thinking about you. Hope everything's fine. And don't forget that I also have my coloring book and my children's book, both available on Amazon. You guys can reach out to me as well, and I can send you a personalized copy where I'll sign it and everything like that. Put some stickers and crayons inside of it, or you can order it off of Amazon. This is my children's book. I am who I say I am. And this is my coloring book, Coloring for a Calm, a Mental Health Coloring Adventure. So
Yes, thank you. We keep on saying that. Oh, my dad said really have to communicate beforehand, or like Dr. Eb say, number three. Um, Absolutely.
yes.
So, yeah, we keep saying week after week that we want to start putting in a description some of the tools and great things that we have as well. We don't just come on here and talk just to be talking. Like I said, my son is a 2-time self-published author, and we just have a lot of great things going on behind the scenes. I'm a 7-time self-published author with tons of courses and a bunch of things. And I'm happy to hear that he's bringing his courses back. People were really learning from his courses. I knew a few people personally that was trading heavy from his courses, but like he said, a lot of people weren't motivated at the time. And that's a part of, a learning curve when you're starting something and you've mastered it and you know how important this skill is and you want to share it with other people, but they don't want it as bad as you want it. And they don't even want it for themselves as bad as you want it for them. So as a broker owner, that's something I struggle with all the time is keeping people motivated, keeping them in the loop and just expressing to them how important it is to learn some of these things. Because what I was going to piggyback on once you started talking about the stock market, I just wanted to add that we had our mortgage minute call, which is something I do once a month with my agents. And our call was specific on the fact that we have a new Fed chair. It's no longer Jerome Powell. It
Is
is.
that Miss Fanny?
Oh yes, Miss Fanny is in here.
Hey, Miss Fanny. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry for cutting you off, man. That caught me
Yes.
off guard.
Ain't seen Miss Fanny in a long time. I just talked to Miss Sandy last week, but yes, the our new Fed chair is Walsh. Again, Jerome Powell is out. So if you are interested, again, in just getting in the finance space, you just gotta learn the players in the game too. You gotta learn who is involved, who our Fed chair is. Follow them on Instagram. They do have pages where you're able to, follow what's happening, follow what they're doing. Because what's going to happen is, Grandpa Ray said, great advice, Monte.
Thank you.
At the next Fed meeting, we are expecting for rates to go up. And I know we've been talking about for a long time rates going down. If you did not get into the market when we were talking about that, it's okay. It's still a great time to get in because who knows how much further they're going to go up. So if you are in a position to possibly purchase a home, investment property, whatever you may be looking to do, we have another first-time home buyer seminar that is free. Again, all of my seminars are free through my nonprofit organization, MacArthur Group Community Outreach Incorporated. So anytime that you see that I'm hosting something, it's always free. So come on out. It's on August 1st at MacArthur Realty Group in Columbia, Maryland, between 11 and 2 p.m. My registration is on Eventbrite. If you are having trouble with finding it, again, like Monse said, just reach out to me. But rates are going back up, guys. So we were trying to get to the low sixes. I mean, we got to about 6.5, and we're about to be trending up to 7 again. So again, we just don't know with this new Fed chair, with the economy, where things are going. So get in when you can. Don't be discouraged and think, rates are going up. It's time for me to back out. 2 years ago, I was closing at 8.75% interest rates. We were almost back up to 9. So 7, 6.75, things like that, is still get in the market. You have to, like, these billionaires and multimillionaires, they're buying up stuff. They're not afraid to be in the market right now. It's the
get on top of this stuff.
Get on top of it, so we have these meetings with our agents on a monthly basis just to keep updated on the bond market, the stock market, all of those things, because they do affect real estate interest rates. So I'm always up to date on what's happening in the finance industry in general. So definitely, again, the only people that should not be buying right now is if you don't have the ability to. So if you don't have a pre-approval letter, that's one thing. You can't qualify. That's one thing. You can't buy right now. But do not sit on a pre-approval letter. Another thing I learned from my father, it don't matter what. Don't let that pre-approval letter expire. You go out and you get a property. So if you're able to qualify, now is the time. Don't wait. We talked about it a few weeks ago. Don't wait for this. You got to have a large bedroom. It has to have granite countertops. No, it doesn't. You need to get these assets and you need to get in the game because, again, the investors that are buying up properties, especially in our region, they are converting them to rental properties. So now they're going to charge you $3,000 a month and you also can't get into those. And they're looking to hold them for the long term. They're looking to hold them. And they are nowhere near, even our state. They're somewhere in Florida, California. They're long gone where they're not even coming back here to care about it. And they're buying up all of the property. So we have to be able to get into the game as soon as we're able to get into the game.
Yes, and remember, let's put ourselves in front of this information. Like I say every week, the information is out here for a reason. If you don't know something, ask somebody. I'm pretty sure they can get you the answer some way, somehow. Research it. We have AI. We got plenty of stuff. And I just wanted to piggyback really quick off of what you're saying. Like, the rich and the wealthy are not afraid. Like, they saying, the interest going from 6% to 7%. Okay, we got to get in now. Like, that's how they thinking, rather than people in our economy are like, oh, it's going up to 7%. I don't know. It might be up to 9 next month. I'm gonna wait a little while. Like, no, let's get in now. Like, I was telling one of my friends, they were talking about basically how they don't like Elon Musk or something like that. And I'm like, you don't even know Elon Musk. Like, if Elon Musk is to knock on your door to tomorrow, you gonna open the door for the richest man in the world. Like, so to be sitting there saying, you don't have to like somebody. And I gave them the example, like, you don't necessarily like everybody that you work with. But it's business is business. Like, as many people would say, as many people out here that say they don't like Trump, they're not a supporter of Trump and stuff like that. I always tell people, you don't have to like him to follow his moves. And what I found out yesterday was, and this is right off of Yahoo Finance, they were saying that in 2025, the top financial crypto earner, it was Donald Trump with $1.4 billion. So it's like, just because you don't like them, I mean, they literally giving y'all the plays of what they investing in. Just pay attention to their moves, even if it's not Donald Trump, Elon Musk, like you were saying, Jerome Powell.
Study the rich. Study the rich. If somebody's a billionaire, study.
You might not like them, but you need to like what they're doing. They provide in different, streams and stuff like that. I think I forgot what it's called. The Trump something he just came out with for like newborn babies where they can invest, like have $1,000 investment account and stuff like that. It's get yourself in front of the information. No matter what it is you're looking to do, real estate, stocks, investing, starting a business, anything like that, just put yourself in front of the information. And we definitely appreciate y'all again. Another week, another Friday of the CEO Lounge Finance Friday. Like I said, we know it is a holiday weekend, so we appreciate each and every one of y'all for getting on here with us, taking some time out to listen to some of the gems that we have for you guys, and make sure that you guys be safe this weekend. We thank you so much, and we will see you guys again next Friday. Don't forget to check on your strong friends, and that's all I
Yes.
got for you guys.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Finance Friday, the CEO Lounge. And when you're out at the cookout this weekend and you see your auntie that's always taking care of everybody, you see your cousin that's always looking out for everybody, go over to them and ask them how they doing today. Check on them, make sure that they are in good spirits, make sure that they have somebody and understand that somebody's thinking about them and somebody cares about them as well. Thank you guys again for tuning in. We will see you guys. Miss Fanny said that's why I follow y'all. Thanks you for
Yes, thank you, Miss Fanny.
following.
Thank you, Grandpa Red. This means so much. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you, Katrina. Have a good night. Everybody be safe this weekend, and we will see you guys on the next
See you guys
episode of
next Friday.
Finance Friday, the CEO Lounge.